we stayed at the Finch, a fresh and quirky boutique hotel in downtown Walla Walla, and breakfasted the next day at Claret's, a great local spot. Constance from Lacole number 41 took us out to their Seven Hills vineyard and then up to the Ferguson vineyard that sits on an ancient lava flow with soils of fractured basalt. From here at the top of the vineyard, the entire Walla Walla Valley is laid out before you. We returned to the schoolhouse to do a tasting. Before heading back through the gorge to the Willamette Valley. That night, we stayed at the beautiful Utopia log cabin on the same property as their winery. They have beautiful views of the Ribbon Ridge AVA and stunning starscapes at night. Our morning started early at Lenne Estate, where they have a stunning tasting room that looks like it was plucked out of the French countryside. Located in the Yamhill Carlton AVA, we climbed the steep Kill Hill vineyard to the top to take in the views and learn more about their prized poor soils.
So this is where you can see the soil, Chris. You know, it's all old ocean floor, so this is all siltstone and sandstone, and you just get, you know, big blocks of this kind of compressed siltstone and sandstone when you dig it up. So that the whole vineyard looks like this.
We finished our visit with a tasting with owner and winemaker Steve Lutz, who explained his winemaking style. Then it was off to Bell's Up in the Chehalem Mountains. Sarah Spector designed a barn quilt sign for their tasting room. Dave Spector began as a garage East winemaker in Cincinnati. The couple moved here to Oregon to fulfill their winemaking dreams.
Yeah, I mean, everything all the way down to the road was just completely dilapidated. But it checks every box you'd want to have in a piece of vineyard property here. You know, you've got a south-facing slope, nice and gentle. We've got the Jory soils here, pretty much 100%. It's a 10-acre piece, so it's nicely sized, but not too big. And then we sit next to one of the oldest vineyards in the valley over on the other side of the driveway, the Medici Vineyard. But yeah, so what we have planted at the moment, we have 6 acres planted. 5 of that's Pinot. And as of next year, it now looks like we should be 100% estate on Pinot. We did some grafting this year. We grafted over a little bit of Pommard and a little bit of our 667 clones, just to kind of try to rebalance a little bit. Brought in 115 and 777 clones. So now all the stuff that we used to buy, we now have here. And then the other 2 plantings we have are the aforementioned Seyval Blanc, which has been doing wonderfully here. That area over there particularly, boy, it's hanging about 4 tons per acre. And it has the ability maybe even do a little more than that if we needed to. But and that's even less than, from what I understand, is in the Finger Lakes sometimes. They can get it up to 6, 7. So this is roughly half and half Pommard and 667, which is pretty much the clonal makeup of the rosé that you had earlier, but in a fuller body.
We returned to the Utopia vineyard to meet owner and winemaker Dan Warsice, see the vineyard, and taste through his wines in the tasting room.
Right.
And so that helps things to ripen pretty much around the same time.
Gotcha.
So I wish that, sometimes I wish there's a little more variability,
Right.
but in reality, it's better to have it ripen together and uniformly for the quality of the wine. We want uniformity. You know, variability will show up
Right.
in a wine like
Right.
Pinot Noir, right? And so the uniformity of the land and you know, the gentle slope, there isn't a big, you know, drop in elevation from the top to the bottom. It's like 20 feet in elevation from all the way down to the bottom. That's
Right.
it. So
Yeah.
it's very gentle, and it's more the trees over there that shade that part of the vineyard that make that a little later ripening, but those are my white wines, and I like to pick them a little underripe, so I usually start over there. And this is going to be the warmest part of the vineyard out here.
Right.
So some years I might skip over some of these and go there, depending on what the weather's doing. But it all happens pretty fast. Within 1 week's time, I'll have to pick everything.
Gotcha.
One more night at the beautiful Utopia cabin. Talk about a spectacular view to enjoy with your morning coffee. As you can see, we packed in quite a lot on this trip. So many stories to tell. Watch for all the details on all the amazing places and wineries we visited, coming soon to Crush Grape Chronicles.